Hello, it's Sunday the 18th of July 2021 and today we are visiting Renishaw Hall and Gardens, which is just over the border from Sheffield into Derbyshire, North Derbyshire. It's kind of just south of Sheffield, and I'm visiting here because these are some of the best Italianate gardens I think in the country. I think it won Garden of the Year 2015 if I remember right. So there's a map and a bit of information on excuse me, on what's out flowering at the moment. Yeah, so you could pause that and read that. Temperatures about high 20s Celsius, maybe even 30 degrees in the shade. So in the sun it's going to be a lot more than that. But Renishaw Hall used to have the most northerly vineyard in the country. They've had the vineyard or vineyard here for at least 30 years I'd say, but now there are vineyards further north than what is really South Sheffield. It's a lovely little folly over there. But there are some nice plants here and some nice roses. So June was very wet, early July has also continued that, but for the last 3 or 4 days it's been really nice and hot and sunny. So right. Magnolia watsonii. If I remember right, because I've visited here quite a few times, this is a lovely, highly scented magnolia. There is still a flower there, but it's a bit out of reach. So let's just pop down. And have a look. Let's go down here first. Have a look at some roses. Yeah, it's got the scent in because it's so warm. It's everything's lovely. Oh yes, absolutely fantastic. There's a very slight breeze, but it's really quite still. I know, I think I've said this before, but it's so important, especially in the English or the British climate, to have repeat flowering roses, because if you have once only flowering roses and you happen to get a wet spell while they're flowering like we have this year, then that's it. The roses turn all mushy, go brown, maybe don't open up, a bit like some of these here. You see how these have gone quite, the petals have all gone brown, and then that's it for the year. You've kind of lost it. But if you've got serious, proper repeat flowering roses, if you do get that, summer comes that little bit later, July, August, maybe into September, then you're still going to get some decent displays. and this is what you're kind of getting over here. Look at this pink. Not very scented, but it's a lovely rose, isn't it? It's just a very subtle scent. Lovely. I do like these big single flowered ones with the lovely stamens. There's the front of the hall. So let's come through here to the herbaceous borders. There's the house. Not sure what this looks like, a David Austin one, but there's no scent there, which is unusual. That is beautiful, but there is no scent on that. There's the fountain. The house faces pretty much spot on due south, so this central bit is kind of gets sun all the day. Let's go have a look up here. Lovely, lovely poppies here with the seed heads have just gone over. So you see this purple here. Oh, that's just dropped off. But then once that's gone, you've got the repeat. You've got this coming through, which looks like an allium of some kind, to continue that colour theme of kind of white and purple with a little bit of yellow in there. Look at the bees on that. Absolutely delightful. And you've got some delphiniums there. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed with that. Now that rose is New Dawn, I know, because I've visited these gardens before and I recognise New Dawn anyway, because it's one of the oldest climbers that you can have. But that clematis looks a little bit too dominant for that site. And it's kind of taken over, so I think I'll maybe look at that again a little bit. But that rose there is quite stunning. Again, a little bit of dead headings needed. Look at the bees. Loving the bees. Absolutely loving the bees. Wow. And if you notice, we go around, everything's repeated. So you get this variety, but this continuation. So you have variety and you have order. Now, several years ago, probably going back 10, maybe 12 years ago, these borders were a very narrow strip, about, I don't know, 2 or 3 foot wide. But now they've extended the borders. They were about what? About 10, 12 foot deep? Maybe more, maybe 15 foot. And the borders just fit in with the size of the building more. The proportions are now better aligned. The proportions look really, really good. You've got this impressive deep border, this impressive deep mixed herbaceous border. Campanula. The campanula there. Just a little rose there. Wow. Bees are absolutely loving that. Look after the bees. There is a little bit of scent on that one. I'm not sure what it is. The colour looks like it could be Wallerton Old Hall, and I believe that Wallerton Old Hall is quite a kind of tall, relatively tall shrub. Again, the delphiniums look fantastic. Again, the bees are just loving that. Oh, and they've even got some dahlias further back there, quite tall ones. I do like the colour scheme. And the repeat flowering of things following on from each other. Quite muted colours. I did come 3-4 weeks ago, and you see how there's quite a lot of grey. The colours are quite muted, kind of muted tones, purples and mauves and pale blues. And there was a lovely, I think it was probably over there where I showed you the poppy that's now is not flowering anymore. Or maybe not that one, but there was another one. It was, the poppy flower was actually grey. I've never seen anything like it before. It was absolutely stunning, but in a subtle way. It was kind of very pale, kind of grey purple colour. Ah, here. There it is. Look at that. That's just fantastic. Right, let's just go over here. Again, it's so vital that you repeat certain themes throughout your borders, which ties everything together, that just creates that impact. Even the colour of these what do you call them? Pergolas? Not pergolas. What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Things to climb plants up. The wooden structure there. So that's obviously painted blue. So that's also part of the colour scheme. A lot of the foliage here that you can see is kind of bluey colour. So again, you've got white and blue. Yeah, I think this was a different coloured. I think this was more of a purpley poppy. There it is. Yeah, look at that. That is so lovely. It's like tissue paper. So fine. And again, this is just about to flower, so this again you can see is going to be a really intense blue. just to keep that colour throughout the rest of July and into August. And this should carry on, or at least large parts of this should carry on right throughout August as well, possibly into September, depending on how hot and sunny the summer is. And of course by then you've got other interest in the garden. The trees should start to turn with your autumn colours just starting to go come September, mid to late September. But yeah, looks like the family's at home. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, just to finish this part of the video off, I'm going to do a quick 360 degree. And then finish this video here and move on to the next garden, where I shall start part 2. Okay, bye for now.